Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name's Cody Bills, this is Logan Burgess. Today is September 2nd here. We had crop progress out this afternoon, but before we get to it, let's turn to the quotes here, see where we finished off the day. Corn trading down 1 cent, soybeans up 7 3/4. Wheat in Chicago trading down 8.5 cents. I think one of the reasons wheat was trading down here this morning and really throughout the day is the fact that the U.S. dollar continues to gain ground, and that really hurts our competitiveness on the global market. We're going to want to continue to watch the U.S. dollar here. I know GASC did issue an international tender. Last time they did that, Russia won that tender simply due to the fact that they have been having a great harvest here, and I think their competitiveness, the ruble has been dropping pretty sharply here relative to the dollar. But Logan, we did have crop progress out here today. What are the big changes?
Yeah, I think soybeans may be pressured here in the overnight session. As you said, had a pretty strong day today, but if you take a look here at this table, this details the good to excellent ratings for corn, soybeans, and spring wheat. Big thing to note here is that soybeans raised 2% week over week. We saw corn have a good showing there, up a penny. We know we had some beneficial rains across much of the grain belt last week. One thing that's going to be a concern here, though, for some traders moving forward is the maturity of this corn crop in particular. Take a look at this slide. You can see here, this is the August 31st maturity, or the percent of the corn crop in the mature phase versus the 5-year average. You can see here for much of the corn belt, most notably there, Iowa, we're well behind in terms of maturity. And if we take a look here on the national scale, 8% of corn is now mature versus a 5-year average of 16%. So right now we're not looking for an early frost, but keep your eye on that here in the weeks to come. Cody, another thing that's been catching a lot of attention is SDS concerns out of the soybean crop. We didn't really see that in this week's crop progress numbers. Do you think that's going to be a factor next week?
Well, when you look at the individual state level forecast, I was a little bit surprised because we had a lot of talk about that on the forums here last week, and really talking to producers out of Illinois. They were mentioning that they're seeing it in their fields and in the surrounding fields, and so it was a concern, and it still is a concern, just given the nature of how suddenly it can come on. But when you look at this, it wasn't mentioned in any of the individual state reports in Iowa, Illinois, or Indiana. They did mention that the rains, they have seen disease and infection in parts of the crop, but you'll notice on average the soybean crop conditions did increase. I don't think it really has any material bearing on being able to change the direction of price here at this point.
Yeah, technically right now this bean market still looks to be in a pretty well-defined downtrend, and as I said, I don't think those condition numbers are going to help anything out here in the overnight session. Wouldn't be surprised if the bean market did give back some of the ground that we picked up today when the bean market was relatively strong when you're looking at corn and wheat. As you said, Cody, U.S. dollar seems to be the big thing driving that wheat market here. We'll have to see what tomorrow brings. As always, if you want to get live quotes on your home computer or mobile device, visit us over at GrainHedge.com. We have some great trading solutions and offer some very competitive clearing rates compared to a lot of other firms out there. So give us a look, GrainHedge.com, or as always, call the office 877-472-4607. We'll see you tomorrow here on GrainTV.